I don't want a friends with benefits.
No, it's got to be.
There's got to be a connection, right?
Right.
So I'm in that middle group in our age group where, you know, either you're out of a long-term relationship and you don't want anything serious and you're just fucking and you've got multiple people. And I've tried all sorts.
Are you raising your hand over there, sir?
That's what you're after.
I mean,
but this is the thing. There's nothing wrong with whatever you want,
but
as long as you're being honest.
So I am honest and stuff, whatever. Now, like I want to say I'm honest now because I look at it stuff as where
you weren't honest before.
The Podical podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous. It's ridiculously funny.
I'm marvelous.
I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start this show. How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you feeling?
Marvelous. Marvelous. Any better, I might sell my health card.
Don't sell it just yet, man.
It's not a cheap thrill.
I see another pandemic coming across from the seas, overseas. I keep hearing about that. Don't sell it just yet.
Let me guess. Where is it coming from? I'm going to use my psychic abilities and say it's coming from China.
China.
Oh, all right.
There you go.
All right. I think I got it.
Don't sell it just yet. Hold on to it.
Aren't you a COVID veteran any damn way?
I am.
Then what the fuck?
Yeah.
Then
I can sell mine. I can sell mine.
You need that hat, like the hat that says strip club veteran. You just need COVID veteran over it and stuff, whatever, with all the studdeds on there.
Yeah.
Welcome. We have a guest here. Please don't be rude. Not your average.
I'm sorry. The lovely B.
No virus. I'm B. Yes.
No
Hello.
virus.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you
for coming through. Thank you for spending your time with us, and thank you for putting up with some of his shit and his antics that he might say.
Yeah. You more so.
I think I'm more worried about you.
Yeah, I was about to say you more so got to look out for that guy over that and that.
I've watched your stuff.
I'm harmless.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Pikachu shirt. I'm harmless.
That's where it all starts, folks.
Those are the ones you got to be extra careful about.
Mm-hmm.
So tell the people about yourself, B.
So B is a pen name. I am a writer. Mm-hmm. I just write on Instagram right now. It's just micro poetry, I guess some people call it.
Okay.
So I tweet it, I copy and paste it, and I put it on Instagram, and people send it to their partners. Moving mics. Partners, loved ones, crushes, and it gets conversations going. So I write about mainly sex, innuendo, relationships, anything I've felt before, and everything that I need to fail again. So yeah, it's really fun. It started from a blog, so I wrote a blog about 6 years ago.
The blog was before the whole Instagram thing?
Yes. Okay. So the blog itself is still up. It's on WordPress. It's called Sex in the Six. Mm-hmm. So Sex in the Six is a spinoff of Sex in the City.
Right.
And it's a little bit of everything of my dating experience, post-marriage, post-kids, and the good, the bad, and the very ugly in the dating world. And then it just kind of, it evolved. I evolved as a woman, right? So right now I'm in the cusp of finishing a book based on the blog.
Nice.
So that's kind of in the works. And so now it's just more writing and therapy and yeah.
Are you still currently dating now?
I do not go online dating because it's just...
Scary.
It's awful.
I say the dating pool has pee in it. Like somebody definitely...
You know what it is? It's everything's online. Unfortunately, it's a necessary evil if you want to put yourself out there.
Right.
It's everything is there. Right. The problem is it's given people this sense of infinite opportunities or infinite possibilities and options.
Right.
So no one really invests anymore, and it's so easy to get laid.
Yeah.
If that's what you want, great.
Is it though? Because I mean, why you have like the incel community and they're not getting laid and they want to get laid?
Well, they gotta check themselves. There's so many. There's so like
involuntary virgins. Like they're trying to do whatever to get a job done.
But see, this is the thing. Like when you're not your authentic self and you're trying to be someone that you're really not, it comes across that way in the dating world, right?
So okay, what if, let's say for example, I'm trying to date you and all I know is fucking house slippers, Pikachu shirts and everything, but I find you stunning and I want to date you and you're nothing into my world and stuff, like even not even an online profile, but let's say if I know about you that you're an outgoing person, all that type of stuff, I'm a homebody, we don't mesh, but I want you. Mm-hmm. A man is going to sell you a lie to get you. So he's not going to be his authentic self most of the time when he meets you.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
With incels, because they can't sell a lie.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Yeah, and that's why it's so hard. But it's hard. It's harder in this age group. I know you're around the same age as me. You're around the same age. I'm in the middle of you two.
Yeah.
So I'm 43. I have been divorced now since 2015. I have twin boys that are 11. And I don't want that life.
Right.
I don't want to be married again. I don't even necessarily want to live with anyone. But I don't want to just fuck. I want to fuck everywhere all the time. But it has to be a little bit more than just sex. I don't want a friends with benefits.
No, it's got to be.
There's got to be a connection, right?
Right.
So I'm in that middle group in our age group where, you know, either you're out of a long-term relationship and you don't want anything serious and you're just fucking and you've got multiple people. And I've tried all sorts.
Are you raising your hand over there, sir?
That's what you're after.
I mean.
But this is the thing. There's nothing wrong with whatever you want, but as long as you're being honest.
So I am honest and stuff, whatever. Now, like I want to say I'm honest now because I look at it stuff as where
you weren't honest before.
No, I wasn't because I was looking at I need to get pussy. Yeah. So I was looking at it more like that. But then when I realized the stuff, I'm like...
You forget that pussy has a heart and a mind and a
some of the minds that attached to the pussy is Cocoa Puffs. Right? But I'm looking at stuff, I'm like, who am I to judge?
Who are you to judge?
So I look at it and stuff, like, you know, I give us a good old college try.
But that's fine. But be honest with the crazies, even them. They deserve honesty and be like, this is all I want. That's the thing. Give me the chance to say yes or no.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
Give me the chance to say yes or no. Because I've tried all sorts of scenarios. I've tried dating multiple people, being in open relationships, and it just doesn't work for me. I've tried everything. Have
you tried polyamory? Because I was.
Well, yeah.
Like okay, like.
But I'm not, and I've done the work to establish what I like and what I don't like.
Good. Right. Which is good.
That's a lot of people don't do that.
Right. They don't.
Right. And so for me, I like monogamy. I like that because I'm very needy sexually, and I don't want to share. I don't like to share.
Right.
I want that connection, that one-on-one, higher level, higher frequency, intense, mind-blowing sex. And I can't get that when I know in my mind goes all those other places.
Right, that someone else is
sharing it. Some of your goods.
I just want that.
Which is fair.
So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm in that kind of rare middle place.
Would you say that's where you are, Marv? Or you?
To be honest, I want to say I'm slightly behind that aspect, but I just started.
On the cusp?
I'm on the cusp, let's say that. But I want to say, here's the thing. I've done a relationship, so I've been married, didn't work out, and I've dated and tried to do relationships and stuff afterwards, and I've looked at it and stuff as where I still have other goals and stuff that I need to accomplish that I will feel good if I accomplish. As a man, I just feel like, or let me say this, my take of a man and stuff is that we're not born with value, so things we do adds to our value. So I still need to add so many other things to my personal value because it trickles down to my son, to generational type of stuff. So in the process, my brother gets horny, but at the end of the day, like, I would want somebody, but some people might want less of me. Some people might want more of me. Or I might be with somebody, I might want more of them, and they might want less of me. So this dance right there is already taking up too much time and energy.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do it.
So that's why like, I do it like haphazardly. Like I want to say, like if I go somewhere and somebody might catch my attention,
and I like that.
I like the conversation,
it's more
and then we'll see where it
natural,
goes.
Organic,
pretty much
old school way of meeting someone, coming friends of friends. Like anyone I meet, I'm like, you got a brother, you got a
oh yeah,
friend.
So you about that? You okay? You okay?
Yeah.
See, I was always iffy on dating friends and stuff for that because I'm a robot. I tell you about like I'm T1000. So I'm like, if I meet you and we meet as friends, and they say, a woman's allowed to change your mind. So if you want to say, fuck it, you want to date me now, I got to now rewire my brain to say, oh shit, now I got to try and treat you instead of like buddy to like an possible apple of my eye.
But what if she likes you because you treat her like that whole buddy? Yeah. There's nothing like, no.
Okay, so let's rewind. The whole concept of attraction, right? The jumping off point is the physical. We need that. It's essential. And anyone who says, "Oh, I don't care what they look like," bullshit.
No.
Yeah. Like we hammered that one out. Yeah.
You need physical attraction.
Right.
And it's the whole Freudian and like primitive brain, right? Within seconds of meeting someone if they're good. You have an energy. You have a look. Like the minute I walked in, I was like, "You guys are cool people." Like I got that.
Right.
No offense, but I didn't find a sexual energy. Like, I know you're married.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll change my position a little bit.
It was a Pikachu shirt.
Pikachu shirt. Hey, can we cut and switch shirts? Because I just come out. Yeah, it screams incel. You know what I'm saying? Should I do it in my wife beater then? So we do this show in the damn wife beater?
You're
like fucking Old Spice Man over here?
I'm sorry. But
it's all good. You're good.
All good.
You have to be honest.
Yeah.
Right? But again, so you have that initial vibe, that thing, and it may be reciprocated, it may not, whatever.
Right.
But you need that.
Right.
And it is that magical spark, whatever you want to call it, right? Then it's what's behind the physical. So if you open your mouth and you start talking about Pikachu, I'm never gonna let this go.
No.
You got a solid grasp on that one.
The shirt will be burnt after this episode.
Or if I'm talking to like a 45-year-old and I say, what do you do in your free time? I hate small talk. And he says, I like to just chill and play video games. I'm like, God help me, I'm out.
Right.
Like that. Like, so again, it's what's going on behind all the physical. Because you could be drop dead gorgeous, open your mouth and just be dumb as fuck. And then it's over.
Yeah.
Or you could be so mentally stimulating. Like I've had some great phone conversations pre-physical date. And I'm like so turned on by their mind. Like it's so hot. And then I meet them and I'm like, oh, fuck. That's
right.
Gone. Because the physical wasn't there.
Right, yeah.
So it's tough. And especially the older we get, the more mature we get and the more self-aware we get. I think women mature faster than men.
I can agree to that.
Right.
So, and we are emotional creatures more so than men. I think there's a shift in men these days. More recently in the last 10 years, men are becoming again more self-aware and realizing that being self-aware doesn't mean that you're feminine or, something's wrong with you. You have feelings and you can discuss your emotions.
I feel like we always had feelings, but I just feel like it just came to a point where
you stifle.
Women, I feel like a good portion of women always been like, men don't share their feelings or communicate. So then there's been like an influx on like, men need to communicate. So there's kind of like, you're forcing somebody like, talk. Like, fuck, I'm stressed out. The bills are high. This is that. And you be like, well, damn, when a man vents now, when he wants to talk, he's coming off venting and emotional and stuff.
Because they don't know how to communicate in a way that gets the emotion out versus raw.
Like I always said that I'll watch baseball and stuff when probably like there might be no other sports and stuff on. Baseball is not really like my top tier.
No thanks.
It's pastime. And I always look like America's pastime. I'm like, why do guys go to baseball games and stuff? I'm like, because they can't really share emotions. So they just sit there to be like, how are the kids? Kids are good. Foul ball.
Yeah.
By the way, Tanya's cheating on me. You're like, what the fuck? You take me here to tell me this? Yeah. Home run. You're like, all right. Shit, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's okay. It's a home run anyway. The fuck? Like, no talk. But see,
but there's a shift, right? Like it's happening.
There's a shift.
It's happening.
So it's getting better, but there's still a big gap between us. So it's hard for women who have in my experience and who've gone through what I've gone through at this stage of our lives is like it's hard finding that person that can match us.
Right.
And sorry, I'm rambling, but like the point in my life is I've been there, done that. I work hard. I have a house. I have a car. I have all the things. So a partner, I don't want to have to do those things for a partner at this point. Like, I don't want to
we're
start from the bottom with someone at this point,
right? Yeah.
Right? Like, come as a match on all the levels. And again, it doesn't matter the amount of money you have in that grand. I don't need to be provided for in that sense financially,
right?
But I don't want to provide for you.
So what if okay? And this is the debate I always love having with women. Now, so part of the debate I ask a lot of women. I ask you, do you think men want to be wanted or needed?
Needed.
But you can do everything in your world by your damn self. Yeah. You don't need a man.
Yeah.
You think a man really...
Do you think that I want to do everything by my fucking self?
No,
we don't want to. We have to.
Why? Do you really have to?
Yes, because...
You choose to say, you know what, I'm not going to fuck with this guy over here. I'm going to fuck with this guy. I'm going to try something with this guy. Everything is choice. People feel like they don't have choice. Yeah. And I feel like when it comes down to it and stuff, a lot of times... the wants and the needs, you don't need a man to provide anything for you, but you're looking like, you would want a man that might match the energy. What if he doesn't match, let's say, like you said, women are advanced. So if you're more advanced and stuff than most men or the average man, let's say your age now, he might be behind a few things. Would you discredit him? Would you not give him the fair shot?
Again, I'm overly generalizing here. Mm-hmm.
It's not a hard set.
It's not a hard, no. And there's going to be pros and cons and things that balance each other out. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But there, again, it's that direction. Are you living intentionally? Do you have plans? Do you have goals? I don't.
Purpose man. A man with purpose.
Right.
Purpose driven.
You want a man with purpose. Gotcha.
Who knows how to make time in their life for life, right? You can be driven and I know tons of men, great men, who their only focus is to make, $20 million in 10 years. Like that's their only focus, but then they want the girl beside them and then
their focus is still on the money, but the girl is getting
the balance. I think we're all lacking this balance.
So what if you meet this man, right? And he just checks all those boxes that you mentioned.
It'll happen. I believe.
Yes. Are you still and he would eventually like to marry you. Are you still opposed to
anti-marriage
at that point?
That's a good question.
Ooh.
It would. I don't think I would go the legal route.
Okay.
I don't mind the commitment. Like I'm all for it.
Right.
So you want the ring with no damn signage?
I don't want to share my bank account and get into the legal things.
Is that one step below common wife? Because we said common wife. Common wife still gets all that stuff.
We had an episode.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I don't even want to live with anyone. I like the whole. Have you heard of the concept together but apart?
Live apart? I'm not for that.
Really?
We've spoken about
I fucking love
before.
it.
Yeah.
You know why?
Tell me why you for it.
Okay, so when we talked a little bit this the other night. When you have a vacation coming, do you know how excited you are? Like that build up, and the anticipation is just mounting. So if you can go like Monday to Friday and every day you're getting closer to knowing when you're going to see that person.
Right.
And you could like go to each other's houses on weekends and go on travel dates and like have that, but that going away and missing each other and anticipating each other. Oh, it just,
Okay.
Like you live with your wife, right?
Yeah.
Do you find you get into the routine, the monotonous?
Yeah. But we do stuff
You
to
have
try
to-
and break that. You
yes,
have to.
you have to.
definitely have to. One things that we like to do, and we haven't done it recently, but take family vacations.
Yeah.
But just you're right, because it is that whole you wake up, you see each other. I don't know the couples who actually like work together and
Like
come home.
24/7?
I don't know how they do it. Like
Drugs.
it's got.
We wake up together. We go to work together. We have lunch together.
I think if
we
the
go home
communication-
together, we have dinner together. We lay down together. Fuck that. That's a little too much.
It's
Actually,
a lot.
make the heart grow
It is
fonder.
a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
But again, I know couples that love that and thrive on that, and they both have the same kind of love language where they communicate it and they give each other what they need. But I mean, if you don't have friends outside or something else, you need to have something else.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Definitely.
Again, it's balance. I think we're
Balance is the
we're
key to
all
the universe.
lacking this overall balance. But goddamn, it's hard out there. It's hard.
Yeah, he says it all the time.
Yeah.
It's very hard. Are you online?
I'm everywhere, but I'm not like that.
City TV.
So you're one of those guys that has a profile on Bumble,
Yes, Bumble.
Facebook.
No, Bumble and Tinder. I'll tell you the reason why. Because I think when it came to the Bumble and Tinder thing, I found more. I want to say more homelier, like wholesome type of women
On which app?
on Bumble.
Oh yeah, Tinder's known for the hookup.
Right, but then with Tinder and stuff, like I met some nice people, some nice women and everything like that too, and I've had like great conversations.
It's because we're desperate. It's because we're desperate at this point. And women have this natural tendency to be like, well, if he's hot and he's on Tinder, maybe I can change him. Maybe I'll win him. I'll change his ways. I'll lock him down. So there's that mentality that a lot of women have. Like, I got it.
I got this.
A lot of women that come in my life, a lot of women that come in my world and stuff, their main concern and stuff is like they're locking me in for. I was like, hey, I like this trial run. No, we signing up. So I was like, this doesn't feel like consent to me. Like, yo, I didn't agree to this. But they're like, oh yeah, so why do you have a woman?
What's the age group that you're dating?
I like them 30 to like, I want to say 30 to probably about 49, 50.
Oh, so you're all over.
Not really. I don't like them young because I feel like too young to me.
Because they want to get married and have kids.
Well, not even that. But I look at it where, all right, so I went somewhere and like a 28-year-old, so we were talking, and she looked young, right? And then we were having a conversation, and I was like, what was your worst relationship? Like, how long, how did that go? How did that work out and everything? And she's like, I broke up with my boyfriend when I was like 19. So I was like, you ever been like in a solid long relationship and stuff? And like, we're in your 20s. And she's like, no, we're just living life, enjoying the shit. I finished school, I did this, but that's just where the buck stops. So I was like, I kind of like somebody with some, previous work experience.
Yeah.
If I'm going to sign you up for this job over here, because I'm not saying I'm needy, but I like certain things. Like, I like when a woman that I'm with, I always like, if she cooks for me. Mm-hmm. I dig that, whatever. Or we spend like, a little small, quick bonding time or cuddling time and all that type of stuff. And like she was saying, she's like, guys always want to lay up on a woman or whatever. I'm like, yeah, skinny girls are for modeling and thick girls are for cuddling. So then she's like, that's what your problem is and stuff. We're just objects to you guys. I was like,
oh God. So women need to get
maturity.
Get the chip off their shoulder and just chill.
But I feel like when a certain women, when they get like to a specific age, they kind of wean out like some of the bullshit and stuff. They're like, you know what? That was superficial. This was
right.
Now I'm looking for more sincere, more real.
Yeah.
But I want to say not in your before 30s.
No, you don't. No one knows who they are before you're 30, and you still don't until you're 40, and you still don't know when you're 50. Like, you are constantly growing and I hope you are.
Hope.
Yeah.
Like, you should be constantly becoming more aware.
Right.
So I look back to when I was in my 20s. Oh my God. Like, I didn't know half the shit. Like, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what sex was. I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah, I had no idea. And I didn't even know what sex was even when I was married.
Wow.
I didn't. Like,
But how long were you guys engaged before you got married?
we were together for 4 years, and then, and you know what it was? Because I was a bit of a wild child, and you know, I had fun. I was like a party girl. I was in the I was in the entertainment industry.
Right.
So I went to like tons of parties and clubs, and I partied. So when I met him, he was safe. He wasn't going to cheat, wasn't going to lie, wasn't going to leave. Like, he was just a good man. And I fell into step. And I knew from a young age I didn't want to get married. I didn't want that. That's a whole other story.
Right.
But why did you do it?
I fell into step with what all my friends were doing around that time. I was in my late 20s. All my friends were settling down,
Right.
getting engaged, getting excited about weddings and this. And I just went, okay, here we go. This is what we do.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying anything negative about him because he's a lovely man. We're still really great friends. And then we had twins, and I was like, this is not what I wanted for myself. And I'm a very passionate person. I love doing things. I'm an entrepreneur. I run my own business. Like, I need life, and I don't want to come home every day after work and sit in front of Netflix and worry about the PVR getting full. And I don't want that life.
Right.
Like, there's so much more, right?
Of course.
So, and he's just this. He's just level, even keel, and that he would be great for someone else who is level and even keel.
Right.
So we went our separate ways, but we're again co-parenting wonderfully. I'm traveling next week for work, and he's staying at the house watching the kids. Like, we're good. But again, it was me coming into that self-realization that this isn't for me. And the longer I dragged him along, it's not fair to him when he could be out finding someone his match.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
So that's kind of what happened there. But again, it's like
Finding yourself.
Yeah.
That's the key thing.
And being true to what you want.
And
Yeah.
own it.
And I wasn't true to what I wanted.
So when did you, I want to say, let's say circa age or time frame, when did you like develop this courage to say, this is not for me, or this doesn't work for me?
35.
35. Was it like a blinding light realization,
Yeah,
or it's just kind of like the monotony just kind of just stacked up
It
and
was
the camel's
the
back broke?
kids were 3, 2.5, and it was like that year when they were 2.5 to 3. I was just miserable, and I couldn't figure out why nothing he could do would make me happy, and everything he did made me pissed off.
Right.
And things were we tried counseling, and I was at the gym one morning, and I was doing sit-ups, and I sat up one time, and I said, I don't fucking love him. I'm not in love.
Ooh.
I'm not in love.
Ooh.
Right.
And so I faked it for a couple months, and my 3.5-year-old, it was right around Christmas, my 3.5-year-old, one of them comes up to me and says, Mama, why do you always look so sad even when you're laughing? And I just went, fuck.
Ooh, I felt that.
I can't hide this from my kids. My kids are going to know that their mom isn't happy.
Right.
Right.
So I had the very difficult, again, because he's such a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to break his heart. I did.
You did.
But I had to, because it
not
would have
for you.
broke it hard. It would have been a harder break later.
Right.
I probably would have cheated. I probably would have, to protect him, thinking,
Yeah.
I would have. So I laid it all out, and we went our separate ways, and then I went online dating, and I had a fucking fun time. Oh,
Yeah.
it was fun. And again, I was honest with everyone. I'm like, listen, I just got out of a marriage. I have never been online dating. I've been with the same guy for like 12, 15 years. I don't know what real, like, what I even like.
Right.
I don't even know anymore. So I just had fun. There were some really shitty experiences too. You should read my blog and my book when it comes out.
Will do.
But I met someone. So that we're getting back to the whole, like, how you realize what you really like is I met someone and he was a dom. So anyone who knows the BDSM. So he was a real dom, and I had read 50 Shades of Grey.
One of the most popular selling books.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I even read that during when I was married, and I wanted him to read it because it turned me on so much. I was like, oh my God, like he would never do this to me. And I kind of want someone to do this to me.
Did you give him a chance?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I gave him the books to read too. And he just wasn't him.
Yeah.
So anyway, I met this guy and he reignited everything inside me.
Nice.
Brought me to life. And I didn't know this about myself. I didn't know I was a submissive. Like, get my clothes off and I'll do whatever you want.
Right.
But get me naked. Like, you got to get me there. And that was the difference. Where I could completely let go and be totally connected with him and nothing else. Right. No kids, no house, no bills, no nothing. Nothing entered my mind when I was with him. And that is, I think, the magical connection that
you were talking about earlier.
Yes. Yeah. The ability for a man to take you out of everything else that's going on in the world and be just there.
My question to you and stuff would you be okay with how this panned out, like with you finding that type of person? Would you be okay with that for the next, let's say, 20 years? Or
Absolutely.
You think like
Absolutely
10 years you might shift, 5 years you might change?
I think
this person might not do it for you no more. You might want to explore more.
I don't know. It could be. It could be. I don't know. I want to try. I want to find out.
I mean, you can.
I think it's something that really resonated with me in the way I was handled as a woman. I think that was what I really look for now, is someone who has that. And it's not something that you can pretend, because I've had a few sheep in wolves' clothing that, come off with this facade. And they walk around and I'm an alpha male, I'm a dom, but they don't know the first thing about a woman's brain.
So you don't so alpha male over beta male, like even like that was one of the poll questions.
I think the labels are so tired.
Talk about it.
I think that they're overused, just like a lot of labels are.
Of course.
I don't think that anyone really knows what they are. Because to me, like the experiences that I've had with real dominant men are not abusive. They're not beating their chests and marking their territory and all of that shit like that, like the Tates of the world, Andrew Tates of the world go around and do and say.
I don't even think he's an alpha. I think he's more of a delta type.
He's not at all.
He's looking for the attention.
Yes, it's external validation all the way. And a lot of toxic energy there. But a true dominant has the utmost respect for women. We are actually the ones in power. We're the ones giving the power. So they understand the exchange of power that needs to happen.
Right.
Women are actually on a pedestal with a true dom, and they are the ones that lift us up, and we give them the permission, we give them the energy. It's a whole power exchange, a whole dynamic that a lot of people just don't understand. So when you read. Someone who doesn't understand the dynamic reads 50 Shades of Grey and sees that as abuse. I mean, there was some of the sadist stuff can be.
Right.
Especially if you have someone who's not truly
into that world.
Yeah.
Truly submissive.
Yeah.
Right.
And dominant, right? You could have people who pretend to be dominant and take advantage of that position of power, right? That they're given.
Right.
And that's the other challenge. We're all humans. And the minute you give someone power, they can either take advantage of that and abuse it, or they can respect it. And the more power someone is given, the more free they are with how they want to use that.
Agreed.
So again, it's that trust, that understanding.
But people today have a problem with, I want to say, vulnerability and like
Yeah.
trusting, much less dependent on time frame and stuff too. Because I feel like a lot of people, they look like, I just met this person. I can't be fully free with this person now. And then they might look maybe a year or something down the line. Hopefully it's faster, but down the line to finally say they're really going to be their true authentic self.
Right.
Well, there's so much, especially the older we get in this, the traumas that we've all been through, right? There's so many things that I had to deal with on my own of what happened, what I saw, what I witnessed with my own parents, how to let go of those thoughts, and really be able to let go with someone and trust someone and not compare every single person to the person before them.
Right.
And the person that hurt me before, and not take everything so goddamn personally. You know,
That's a major one.
We're all living life like a movie, right? And everyone's just characters in our own story. We're forgetting that piece that I'm just a character in your story.
Right.
You're a character in mine. And it's not personal unless we make it.
I feel like a lot of people will make it personal though, regardless. Because hear me out. I look at where if I just met you on a fly, we meet at a restaurant, we're having drinks or something like that, or you're at the bar, I'm at the bar. Can't take that personal. Once we start cultivating like time together and everything, let's say if we get to like phone calls and outings and everything, of course I'm gonna take it personal.
Because we establish expectations from repeat behavior, right? So if you're courting me,
Right.
and, you know, that
Quote unquote.
that term,
Yeah.
and you're setting expectations in the beginning, that's why a lot of people get fucking pissed off when, why didn't he text me? Well, the first 2 weeks you texted me every fucking 10 minutes, wanted to see me, and then it drops off. You've set that expectation. Now I'm pissed.
Right.
Don't set that expectation if you can't follow through all the time.
It goes both ways.
Absolutely. But again, why we take things so personally is because we base everything on past behaviors and continued behaviors. So we're constantly comparing all the time, and that's what we bring the personal into it.
I want to say yes, but personal experience is another thing too, because it's kind of like you're a product of your environment, and you're living off your experiences. So if this is what you've learned from, let's say, previous situations, you try to treat the brand new situation as something brand new, but your past experiences will still probably get the job done, or might not get the job done, to see if you're inadequate or adequate.
I think that's where the self-work comes. You're constantly doing self-work. You will never be,
without a doubt.
You will never be 100% authentic and never be 100% self-aware, because it's every day. There's something that you have to address, something that you have to deal with, and stop relying on anyone else to make you happy.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Right? You can't expect that of your wife. That is not her job here, is to make you happy. You start making yourself happy first. She makes herself happy. Then you come together and you're fucking happy.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like that whole airplane thing. You know, you're getting on the airplane, they're doing the safety demonstration, and they say, put your mask on
first before you put someone else's mask on.
Make yourself happy. Then it doesn't matter if he's not texting you back, because you're happy. It's not going to affect your mood, your choices in life. If he falls off, he falls off. Good fucking riddance. I'm not going to chase you.
You make this shit sound so easy because...
But it is if it's done daily.
Right.
It's like working out.
God bless you. God bless you're here. Because the thing and stuff is that situation got out of something. When it was done, finito, boom, bam.
Yeah.
Called it a day. There's now reoccurring calls. There's now people coming back like, hey.
Yeah, they're testing you. They're testing your ability to stay focused.
They're going to fail because I'm not going to answer. Just going to leave them on the fuck alone.
That's what you need to do. It's not up to you to cater to their whims.
No.
You're doing you, right?
No,
Right.
of course. I'm trying to do.
But I think I'm talking more to women, especially because we tend to, oh, he's pulling back, so I need to like bring him back. That's not your job to bring him back. If he is off doing what he's doing, let him do what he's doing.
Well, a lot of women can't make peace with that.
No, they can't because they need to feel validated constantly by a man.
I remember I met a woman one day. This is like from, I'm going to say like in 2021, like dating time. She said she's multi-dating. I'm like, dope, me too. So then she's like, why are you multi-dating? So I was like, well, because I don't know what's definite or not. And I kind of like a person's vibe until I realize like, you know, this might not be for me.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I want to be the only woman that you date and stuff. So I'm like, how the fuck you got 3 standby dicks and I can't have no backup? Like,
no, that's not.
But a lot of times it's like that. Like, I feel like a lot of women and stuff, if I mention another woman, the defenses, the cat hair stand up. It's like, why?
So you're experiencing my frustration as well. I feel you because I'm experiencing that situation with men too. And I think there's a lot of women. I'm not saying there's a lot of women who need to do a lot of self-work. A lot. Because
a lot. And
it, again, like I said, it's a daily thing. It's a daily commitment to yourself to stop this nonsense behavior. Chasing men, chasing females, like, do you, and you will attract what is meant to be in your life. If you're doing the things that you're in alignment to, the things and the people will come into that alignment with you.
No, but what you said earlier, purpose.
Yes.
And I think a lot of times and stuff, we're not really sold on finding our purpose more than finding our mate. Right? So I think that's part of that song and dance.
That way.
Pretty much. So if you're coming from, let's say, a child to a teenager dating to now in your 20s, your college years and everything, doing that type of stuff, it's still not about purpose. Purpose tends to come and stuff, I think, like when certain things in your world doesn't work out or it slows down, when you have that time to finally, like, you're left with your own, I want to say, intrusive thoughts.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is where, like, some people start to find, like, some kind of aim or direction. But until then, some people might not get to, like, maybe 40, maybe 50.
Some people never do.
Some people never do. I was about to say, some people
never do. And that is so heartbreaking.
Ain't it?
It is.
Heartbreaking. Like, I think even just now, like, I found this mentality probably within the last, more so, it's come more relevant and daily for me, I'd say the last 3 years. COVID really
changed the game.
Changed it because I was left alone to my own thoughts. I wasn't working. I produce events. So my industry went.
All events shut down.
I thought I didn't define myself as what I did. And then it stopped. And I'm like, oh my God, who the fuck am I?
Yeah.
So I really, I was grieving my industry, grieving my company, grieving what I do for a living and why I love it. I love human connection. I love this. I love bringing people together. So when that stopped, I had to be alone with myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, I'm not who I thought I was. So it really, really made me refocus.
Because would you say prior to that, you believed that you found your purpose in what you were doing?
Yeah,
like that was,
and it became who I was.
Right, yeah.
But that's not nothing that we do is who we are. We're not human doings, we're human beings. So what am I being? Right?
Right.
So I was doing. I was in this hamster wheel of and stressed, and like if you Google top stressful jobs in the world, we're on the Forbes top list, event planners, because we are constantly thinking ahead, planning all these little details. And
even when the event happens, you're still there, making sure everything.
And then afterwards, the cleanup and
right.
So yes, being that type of person and doing all the time, to have to just sit there and do nothing and be alone with your thoughts. And that's the other thing. Be alone with your thoughts. Put yourself.
Oh, for sure.
And a lot of people can't handle it. Like they're always on their phones. They're listening to music. and sometimes that they say that relaxes them, zoning out, I'm just going to watch Netflix. Like, you're not alone. You're not thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just adding more distraction into the thoughts that you really need to decipher.
Yeah.
Your intuition is telling you stuff all the time, so fast. And if you're infiltrating with all this other shit,
they're not self-aware enough to catch
you're not self-aware.
I know. I seen that, like, even so I'm not really, I tell everybody I'm analog living in the digital world.
Yeah.
So I don't really take in, like, you know, I hear people like binging this or watching this and all that type of stuff. I don't really have that time or luxury like most people.
Yeah.
So some of those things and stuff miss me. But then people ask me, like, how come you don't look stressed? You don't look this and look that? I was like, I don't know, I'm on team me. Like, I'm just doing me. Like, they're like, well, how do you make it seem so simple? I'm like, I don't make it seem so simple. I put in the work. I was looking at stuff like, am I being the best version of myself? And that's something I have to be real with myself. Like, am I being the, like, you know, best co-host possible, you know, best host to you? Like, these are things I have to ask myself. And I look at it like, I'm just going to do my best with whatever I do. And hopefully it's good enough for whatever. And if not, it might not be for me. Done.
Yeah. And as simple as that. Like, it's for me or it's not.
Yeah. But humans, we make things extra complicated than it needs to be.
And we overanalyze everything. Everything is like, there's got to be a reason why. No,
I look at it as simple.
Not an alignment.
What the creature on the planet, what, wear clothes? Every other creature and stuff is regular birthday suit, driving, going, all the above. Even if you threw us all in a warm climate, somebody would still find a palm leaf to cover up something.
Yeah, but I think, like, for me, I think it's just one of those things that as an individual, you just have to find some way, somehow, if someone can't lead you to that, just you got to find some way, somehow to get there, because we all know it's not taught.
No.
And it's not taught for a purpose. They don't want you to be
They don't want us to think for
Who's
ourselves.
they, them? We're talking about the LGBT.
In general.
No, we're talking society in general. It doesn't want you to be, you being self-aware does not work how, it would not allow society to function how
what
society
what do you think society wants from people mentally then? Because even right now we live in a society and stuff where I feel like the society is for pushing awareness of mental health and all that type of stuff. But if they're not for you, like what you were saying,
right?
How do you know this? Because I feel like, again, we make excuses for a lot of things.
Yeah, but okay,
people.
They say they're for the mental health and they want you to do all these things. But okay, so now how about we just say, well, shut down, everything shuts down tomorrow, and everybody just does nothing for the day. And
but what
just
they got to
worries
do?
about
But
themselves.
if you need mental health and I run a business, what they got to do with me? You need to take the time off and get your shit together. That's why we have vacation days.
Right.
So I shouldn't shut down my business because you're not right mentally. You need to take that time and find you, then come back when you're done.
Yeah, but you can't afford to do that.
This is what we're saying. Like, if you're really
it's
concerned,
a vicious cycle,
right? And I'm saying, if you're really concerned about my mental health, about
as
everybody's
an employer,
mental health, as an employer, right? And we're saying this is the move going forward. We're taking this into consideration. Then you know what? Fuck money for about a day. Fuck being profitable for about a day. Let's really take care of mental health. Let's really say, oh, you know what? I'm going to shut down. As a business owner, I need to check out. So you know what? We're all going to check out. We're all going to check out and we're all going to take care of ourselves. But we know that's not going to happen.
No, because
that's not how society
you've lost $100,000 in a day.
That's
so money, again, right? Money is that necessary cog that needs to constantly be rolled. But again, this is just our society and it's mainly in the Western world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's only in North America pretty much that we live like this.
Yeah, pretty much.
we like, it's not a normal thing. The way we are, this is not normal. This is not how we as humans are supposed to be enjoying this world that we're on.
No, I agree.
We shouldn't be struggling. We're not here to struggle and fight and conflict. Like this is not, we're here to be joyful. Look at this world with this planet we're on. Like there's so much to experience. And as a collective energy and entities that we all of our thoughts are being collectively put out and what we've created with this collective mind that we have as a society. It's amazing. But we're not taking the time again to focus on ourselves first. You know, it takes literally 10 minutes of your day to just reconnect with yourself. I'm Italian, so I talk with my hands. It takes 10 minutes to connect with yourself in the morning.
Yeah, literally.
Pretty much.
And so instead of rolling over and picking up your phone and checking your Instagram likes, how about you just roll over and give yourself a hug and give yourself a pep talk for the day? Like, it's just little shit like that that gives you a purpose to get up and do your day, because we all have bills to pay, and we chose to live in this society because we can easily leave.
Yeah.
There's so many places you can go that doesn't live like this, but we choose to stay here and follow this dream of making millions, right? But if you're not taking those self steps,
No self-care, self-steps for self-love, then you're fucked.
yeah.
You're pretty much, and that's what I was saying, is more of an excuse to me, because I look at it stuff as my job doesn't determine when I should take a day off or stuff like that. Or like, let's say if I had like compounding like stressful factors or something like that at work,
Right.
you'd be like, oh, it's Wednesday. It's only Wednesday. I got 2 more days before the weekend and stuff. Then I can probably decompress. Fuck that. You need to take the time and stuff for yourself.
Right.
It's you going through it, whatever. Your employers or whosoever doesn't care. You got to do what's right for you. And I want to say most of the time, a lot of us, we tend to look at it like it's more of a burden than it is for like.
Well, yeah, because we can't let anyone else down, and we've got bills to pay, right? And we don't want to get fired. And
Right.
So maybe it's the entrepreneurial route that you should go. Like if it's that much of
I agree.
a pain point, I don't know. I'm not. We're not here to solve the world's problems.
Well, I mean, you can try. You can throw it out there in the ethos.
My thing is just be good to yourself, like, and stop relying on all of this external validation. I think that is what's killing us as a society, is especially with social media. Oh my God. It's just like one of my bio. And I'm all for, like, if I'm feeling sexy, I'm going to take a selfie. Absolutely. And I might post it. Absolutely. Because I feel good.
Right.
And I feel like I want to just express it. And this is the tool that we have to express.
Right.
But I'm telling you, if you don't know the difference between the external validation and the self, there's in my bio on my Instagram, one of my all-time most popular quotes that I wrote is, you show some skin, you get everyone's attention. You show some depth, and everyone's afraid of heights. Ooh. So all of this skin that we're putting out there is for what? Attention. There's no other way around it. Yeah, I like attention. We all like it. So yeah, if I'm feeling hot, I'm going to put up a picture. Right. I want people to see that I feel hot.
Right.
But the amount of likes doesn't make me feel hotter. I don't feel like,
which is good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
but this is the thing. This is the work that I've done on myself, where I don't need to feel like, your wife complimented me when she said, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. I'm like, oh, thanks. What are you doing later? I'm not gonna go home now and take a picture and I might.
You know what?
I might.
Beautiful today. It's the fucking weekend.
I got my hair cut.
It's the weekend. You got the haircut. The sun is shining. Man, you better
my nails done.
Feel yourself like you lost your keys. Why not?
I am
no. But again, like, I'm confident in who I am. I know I'm not a supermodel, skinny. I don't compare. Like, I don't need to compare myself to that. I am who I am. I love the skin I'm in. This body created two lives at one time.
Right.
That's
dope.
I used to be so ashamed of it. I used to cover up. I wouldn't wear a bathing suit in public. I would, even around the house when I was married, I wouldn't walk around naked.
Right.
I was.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know.
How dare you?
I know. Crazy. But all that energy I spent on worrying about myself and what other people might think of me, was horrific amount of time
Yeah.
that I spent worrying about what other people might be thinking about
Right.
me.
Right.
Might be.
Might.
Fuck. I don't give a shit. I still want to look good. I want to feel good. I like when people look or make a when my friends compliment if I'm wearing something nice or different. I like that. Everyone likes that. It feels good. But it's not my deciding factor of every day of putting this on. Oh, I wonder what people are going to think. It's a fucking onesie.
It's more of a
I
bonus.
don't like, yeah.
It's more of a bonus.
Yeah.
Because you already know how you are and stuff, and
Yeah.
you feel
but
good.
But this has come
from work.
years of
Self-work.
self-work and self-love. And self-love isn't getting your nails done and your hair done. It's nothing physical. It is nothing that you can do to yourself. It is inside. It helps. Those are just little
because I mean
lipstick
we get
and
turned on
mascara.
when we get ourselves a fresh haircut.
Yo, whatever,
Oh yeah.
Fresh cut.
You get a fresh
Nobody
haircut.
talk to me, man.
Nah, nobody talking to me.
Nobody talk to me.
But it makes you feel good, yes.
Yeah.
And those are just lipstick and mascara things, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like when you're doing a home reno, you're moving, you know that if you put paint on a wall, but there's a hole in the wall, the paint isn't going to cover the hole.
Right.
So you can do all of this lipstick and mascara shit to yourself and do whatever makes you feel good for a day.
Fill the voids.
But if you're a dark hole inside,
Fill the voids.
Yes.
none of that
you open
shit.
up your mouth.
Yes. And people pick up on that, right?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah, and I get it. Some. Because it's kind of like, I'm like, how the fuck you didn't see it? But then again, you can see it like a forest standing right here in front of you.
Yeah.
And some people, they can't, right? So, I mean, I think it comes with years of awareness.
Yeah, digging constantly.
And
and letting things go. Sometimes I think we circle the drain on our issues for so long. And it's like at some point, you know what? Just fucking walk away from it.
Yeah.
You're not going to fix the abuse that you went through. That's not going to change. You went through it. And it's, again, generalizing, and it's awful and it's traumatic, yes. But if you're constantly circling that drain, what are you healing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Right.
You're constantly picking at a scab.
You're not giving it time. No healing.
The skin won't grow over. You'll have a scar, but that scar will be beautiful. But you're not picking at it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well said.
Well said.
Did I just shut the Podical Sons up?
Not really, because it takes a lot more to shut me up and stuff. It takes
You had no comeback for that.
No, because you had a deep thought, and it was right.
Yeah,
it was
a deep thought.
It was a deep thought, and I want to say it would be more something on the lines that we would say anyway. So it's kind of like all we can do is kind of clap.
We're in alignment.
You're validating.
We're in alignment.
Yeah, you're validating.
Yes.
See, there.
Yeah.
We're there.
So, do you want me to give you my question, or do you want to go through your questions?
No. We still have time. We still have time. You're still in the hot seat. You're gonna run from me. It's not over yet. I still can bear fangs.
I don't want to
Big
take
dick
over.
or big bank account. Talk to us. Which do you prefer?
Both.
Yeah, there's one heavy.
You know what? I want you to have your own bank account. That's all I care about.
That's all I care about.
Take care of your shit.
So
and have a big dick.
I used to think that and stuff that if I had my own shit, nothing else would really matter. But then I realized and stuff that lovely women, we can't live without you guys for sure. And
can't live with us, can't live without us.
Well, if you're walking around in clothes and stuff and we married, I can live without you. I know. It's a problem. But I look at it like you have countless situations where, okay, we talked about this recently. Would you date a bus driver?
Yeah.
You're a woman, you're an everyday woman, and I think everyday people will have a problem dating somebody.
Goddamn job.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, I don't want to and I don't always want to lean and blame social media. I want to blame the individuals that control their own social media. I look at it stuff, you have a situation where, let's say, everyday person, everyday woman is now trying to, I want to say, compare her ranks to a celebrity or some upper echelon. And then they will start to require the same thing as upper echelon person wants. So now bus driver is now beneath them. So clearly the bank account is not going to make the cut.
No, well, and that's beyond That is beyond even the whole concept of attraction. Like now you're just being you're so distorted on who you are as a person that you're ranking other people by what they do. To me, I'm so about alignment.
Mm-hmm.
You could be a street sweeper, but if you're singing, loving it, you get up every morning, you're happy,
With the passion.
you're doing
Right.
something. You just, I don't care. You could be one of the top lawyers in the city and you're fucking miserable. I don't want you near me.
Very true.
Like, it doesn't matter. Have your own stuff. Have your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Be driven, and there's always more. You should always want more. And it's more experience, more life. It's not about having a certain status. To me, and I know it's so important in this society that we're in, this Western world we're in, right? You want to be seen and perceived a
Well, it's not
certain
even
way.
Western, because I look at it as even like, let's say, the Asian countries and European countries.
Caste system and all
A lot
that,
of them and stuff, they work
Yeah.
with status. A lot
Right.
of places work with status.
Yeah.
So I think
it's
we can't avoid
age-old-
status in a capitalist world.
It's an age-old
Pretty much.
issue, right?
Pretty much.
A man-made issue.
Most of the
nature-
damn issues is man-made.
Nature isn't. It's the survival of the fittest, right?
Right. And procreate.
So man had to say, okay, well, this is the survival of the fittest, our version. But they've determined, there's someone who's determined, right? What the caste system is.
Right.
Someone had to set the rules.
And that tone is not changing in a good portion of the worlds. Because I look at it where, in some aspects or some regards, let's say,
It's to incite control. This is the control over the masses, and that's always been what this world is about as humans.
who's the biggest controller than the governments of each country? The government is going to automatically put you in like an alignment and stuff for some things, and then other bodies that support the government. So like it went from you are nobody to you're an influencer, and now you have status.
Yeah.
So the status thing is never going to really change, because it went from dukes and lords and ladies to serfs and feudal lords. That's never really going to change. It's up to individuals and stuff to do their own personal changing and to kind of, I want to say, I don't want to sound token but like woke.
Yeah.
Like when you kind of come alive and stuff to
Yeah.
be like, this is this, and this doesn't really work well for my being because I'm a human being.
Yeah.
Let me try something different. How often do people come to that? I want to say a good portion of people come to that maybe because like you guys said, this might be 50s and people still don't find their purpose.
Halfway through, yeah.
Halfway through. I don't know. People are kicking the bucket earlier now. They got to do these changes a lot sooner than they think.
I know, and that's, I think, why a lot more people are becoming more vocal about this whole self journey that
Self-awareness.
I hate the word journey. Blah.
Don't stop believing.
I love them.
Oh, okay.
Again, it's all these like catchphrases that everyone like has to use, but it's
Find yourself.
yeah. And it's not a religion. You know, it's not filling voids. It's just literally becoming to know who you are and why you're here, finding your why.
Yes. But
Right?
I think, so, okay, we'll get to the why aspect, but I feel like a lot of times, okay, let me ask you this. When you felt like you were lost, let's say, let's say you were going through like that time when you're debating about your marriage, compared to like when you're lost, if you're ever lost and stuff now. Those two B's, they're two different individuals, correct? Like, because I want to say your experiences, like especially in marriage, that was B before the blog, compared to like currently. Throughout the course of the time, do you feel like eventually they're still one and the same person, or do you feel like they're two completely different women with the same address, like same body?
That's a good question. When I look back, I am the same soul, same person.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I got lost along the way. One of the I had a life coach. Everyone, everyone's a life coach now. But I had one. I hired her specifically for my business. I just started running my own company,
Right.
and they had done a talk at a seminar I was at, and I was like, oh, I think I could invest this in for my company to help me be an entrepreneur, business owner. So I hired her, and we ended up talking more about my shit than anything about business, because ultimately everything that we are is going to transcend into what we do.
Facts.
Right.
So if you're lost on who you are, nothing will work in your business.
Yeah, your business will be lost.
Nothing is going to work in your business or your relationships or anything else. Kids, everything. So one of the activities that she told me to do was find a picture of you when you were, I don't know, any age before the age of 10. So I found one that I had in a book of me on a swing at my cottage, and I had my wind was in my hair, and I was like, my head back, just laughing.
This is the highlight of my life.
And that's who I am.
Right.
I am that little girl. And I lost her.
I was about to
So
say.
the activity was to go find that picture and just sit there and talk to her. Talk to that little girl. Talk to that little person. And say things like, I'm so sorry I left you behind. I got caught up in what I was thought I was supposed to be doing, and I forgot to bring you along.
Shit.
That reminds me so much of the Go RVing commercial.
Oh, yo, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever seen it.
I don't
There was
watch
some-
TV.
It was some commercial where like the guy, he went to the wilderness and he was chasing down another guy. He like chased the guy from like the fucking city all the way to the wilderness. And then when he finally caught up to the guy, it was himself. And he went and he ran into like the water, and he went like in the middle of the stream and stuff. He went to go hug himself.
Yeah.
And then when he was done, the guy vanished. And there's like an RV and stuff there, and it just says "Go RVing." I'm like,
right before,
find yourself.
Right before
Yeah.
he vanished, his self was like, "What took you so long?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I think we get lost in all the doing that think we're supposed to be doing. I thought I was supposed to be a wife. I thought that's what everyone was doing around me. That's what, again, I'm Italian. It's a cultural thing. Like, you get married, you cook and clean, and you do this. Like, you're bred to cook and clean.
Right.
A lot of cultures are like that, right? With the females, this is what your expectations are to be. Mm-hmm. I didn't want that. I left that little girl on that swing to appease everybody else's expectations of myself.
how's your custody battle with your inner child now?
Oh, she's right here.
That's what's up. Hey,
Good stuff.
Yeah.
can't be mad at that.
Good
That's
stuff.
always a win.
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh, you know my inner child. He run rampant around these streets. Does he? He run rampant. He just made 2 beats earlier today.
That's what's up.
See? I love
He run
that.
rampant.
That's what's up.
I love that.
Let me ask you. I want to talk about what your Sex and the Six blog. What do you hope to achieve from that?
You know what? Again, I get asked that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, for a time, I struggled with the answer because I felt like I should be doing something with it.
Like, what's the purpose for the blog?
Yeah, like what is the purpose, and why aren't you monetizing off of it? You have 30,000 followers. Why aren't you selling shit? Why aren't you affiliate marketing? I'm like, that's not why I write.
Right.
I'm writing for me.
Yeah, it's a release.
It's a release. It's
Yeah.
my random thoughts. Like, it could change every day. It's something different, a different thought, a different memory, whatever. Sometimes I recycle stuff I wrote 5 years ago. Like, it's whatever I'm feeling in that moment, and I'll write it and I share it. There's no reason for anyone else. I don't do anything in my life for anyone else.
But you.
Right.
So if that is going to be a revenue stream, I don't feel authentic about it. What I did do during COVID was because I get people from all over saying, you wrote exactly what I was thinking and I couldn't find the words.
Right.
And I sent it to my husband and he got it. And now we're this and now we're that. Like, I'm helping people communicate. So that to me is just a bonus, icing on the cake. Like, that's fucking incredible. That's the best compliment a writer could ever receive, is that I've helped something with my words.
Right.
So I would get these people to say, could you write a letter to my husband or my girlfriend or my crush or this person that I knew 20 years ago? I would just love you to write this letter. And I'm like, these take time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, $20. But, you know, I don't feel like
It's not something you feel like you need to profit off.
No.
Right.
But for the hour or half hour it takes me to write it, I'm like, okay, I'll do it for you as a service.
I'm going to ask you for some friends. Do you write wedding vows?
I could, if you don't mind swearing.
I'll get back to my committee.
I swear. No, I could. I definitely
if
could.
you're a drunken sailor.
I do like the word fuck. It just.
Thank you. Up top. High five.
It just emulates everything. Any emotion.
Person, place, thing, feeling. Like,
Yeah.
I say
fuck. See?
I say fuck a lot. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, we got to chill on our monetizing because we like to use it extensively.
Yeah. But I realized, but I live in the landscape and stuff.
Fuck it.
I said, fuck it.
Fuck it.
If you don't love me for me being me, like this is my organic, authentic self.
And it's a word.
You're not for me.
It's a word. I'm not saying you're a fucking asshole. It's an expression word. It's not. I'm using it in a, you know, it's not a derogatory word. And people attach, but people attach that. And I find people who swear are much more smart, much more intellectual than others.
My ex, her mom and stuff said, she's like, you swear a lot. She's like, does that make you sound kind of big? And I was like, do you think you're a bigger man and stuff for it? I'm like, fuck yeah. And then she's like, yeah, this is not going to work between you and my daughter. I was like, nah, it's okay. It's all right. Not everybody's meant for everybody.
Nah.
But it's the authenticness. Yeah, I mean, that's what we strive for. I think one of the things that we set out when we were looking for hosts is for just a spot where we could just pretty much be ourselves.
Real.
And just
people want real.
Yeah.
People want real.
Yeah.
People want real. That's why TikTok has taken off so huge.
Right.
Because people are being real. They're being vulnerable. They're crying. They're laughing. They're swearing. They're like...
I'm seeing the wrong TikToks. I'm seeing people doing dances. So clearly, and everybody's doing the same monotonous type of shimmy shit.
It's your algorithm.
Yeah, yes. So clearly,
my shit is
clearly you like that stuff because they wouldn't keep showing it to you.
I follow twerkers kind of like butt cheeks.
And that's why you end up on your feed.
But they're not dancing like that. They're not just twerking in the camera. They're out here doing, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. What the fuck? That's not what I signed up for.
No, if you scroll their profile far enough, you'll get to the twerking video.
Yes.
Well, maybe I might do some TikTok research later in my own quiet time.
But again, it's that realness, right? People are aching for it.
Yeah.
And now with AI and all of that stuff, like, we're going to need it even more. We're going to need this human connection. People want eyeballs and like that eye-to-eye contact. We're missing it because we're just staring at these. I go to the grocery store. I'm thinking, you know what? Screw it. I need to get out if I want to meet people. No one's going to come to my door.
Right.
I don't order food. Like, I don't use Uber Eats and all that shit. So no one's going to come to my door. Literally, no one's coming to my door.
Right.
So I need to go out. So I go to the grocery store. I'm thinking I'm going to meet some people. No, everyone's like this in the checkout line.
Yeah, but you high. I feel like my personal opinion and stuff is
no
that
one's looking at me.
when they came to the age of, I want to say, computers and the boom, we needed to replace those old computer classes that we had with more ethics.
Financials, maybe?
Well, no, I want to say more etiquette, ethics, and manners.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to say, like, people don't know
human interaction.
People don't know how to do that anymore.
Yeah.
No.
People don't know how to do that no more. Like, I legit went out and stuff, like, I want to say, on several dates. And because, okay, I have a podcast, but
you're a talker. So you're carrying the conversation all the time.
I'm carrying.
Isn't that exhausting?
Oh, my fucking gosh.
It's exhausting.
It is.
Oh.
It is.
Yeah.
You get me though.
Like
but
banter.
we're twins though.
Yeah,
We're
birthday
29th.
twins. April 29th.
April 29th.
Same day.
So
It is. It's exhausting. Like, and even just texting. Like, you can have a. If I get one more HRU, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Do you text like that?
Oh hell no.
I'll
It's
kill you.
shorthand.
No.
I fucking hate it.
No.
If you're that lazy, you can't spell ARE and YOU. I am automatically assuming that you cannot fuck me. Because if you're that fucking lazy, you're
can't
gonna
just show up with a D?
be 2 strokes and you're done.
You can't just show up with the D.
Let her cook.
He needs the ICK.
Let her cook. Let her cook. I think she might be onto something.
I
think you might be onto something.
If you write like that, you are 2 stroke and done, fucker. And I want no part of it.
The woman of the hour, folks.
No part of it.
I fully
Stop being goddamn lazy and spell out ARE and YOU. And use the apostrophe for you are. Fuck's sakes.
No, he'll kill me. He'll come after me a few times.
I'll
Oh my God.
He's a grammar Nazi.
I'm
So
grammar Nazi.
most of my people around me are grammar Nazis. So I try to
And I
make
get
sure
it. The odd
type up.
autocorrect will fuck you up sometimes.
Yeah.
But go back and correct it.
I'll do that when they.
Like,
I'll
sorry,
do that
I meant
when
you
realize
are.
it's a war now. I'll be
Yeah.
I'm like, you're. They're like YOU apostrophe
Yeah.
RE. So
Oh, it's my pet peeve.
yo, something for them.
Oh.
I was like,
I'm the editor in the family.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm a creative, man. I just gotta get the thought across, man. The thought is the more important thing to me. The vocal, the grammar, the punctuation.
Okay, that's fine.
When I stare at it, I'd be like, yeah, I need to clean the fuck up out of this, and I'll go and do that
Yeah,
when I
that's
see
good.
it.
That's
But
fine.
I'm like,
Yeah. But in like if I get a HRU text in the morning, I'm like, I'm dried up.
No,
like,
but
you're
you're
not,
right, though.
I am not squirting for nothing now.
no, you're right though, because it shows laziness and stuff. So that
Yes.
might carry over to other things and stuff as well.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you feel about the dancing thing?
What dancing?
Like let's say they say, oh, a woman knows a man can fuck if he dances.
Oh, yeah.
Is that true to you?
Yeah, you got rhythm.
You think so?
Yeah, you got good hips. Fuck.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like you can be a two-stepper in the club
Yeah.
and you can still blow out bats and stuff in the bedroom.
Well, it's a different kind of sex, I guess. But a guy with like swag, like he can move like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because usually the two-stepper
because
is really
it's not
a
like this.
two-stepper.
Listen,
he can't
men,
dance, though. He just two-stepper.
If you're watching, this is the camera. This does nothing. Okay, you got to go.
No,
There's
you gotta-
movement.
Oh.
There's movement. It's not constant.
Mortar and pestle.
Like
Press and grind.
Yeah, like there's
Pretty Ricky,
things.
grind with me.
Yes.
Look at it. We out here grinding. That's it. It's all in the hips. Move the fuck's wrong with your hips over there.
That little man in the rowboat wants his head rubbed.
Like this is nothing. What you see on porn is not what gets us going. And this jackrabbit thing, no.
No, I know. I think, but we know how the porn set up and stuff. It's more geared to men.
Yeah.
Men's pleasure, and then it was sold a false dream to them and everybody.
That's the other thing with BDSM. It's about pleasure, not fucking. Like this is pleasure. And when a man can realize that the woman's pleasure is his pleasure, oh my God, the sex you will have. The minute her pleasure and her experience is turning you the fuck on, you can go for hours.
When? Yeah, no, I can agree.
Yeah.
Like when you're getting turned on by her moaning, her movements, her body, you can read her body, you can touch what. Yeah. There's one guy.
Go ahead.
He could literally just run his finger up like this, and I'm like,
Niagara Falls.
Soaked, like just by like an energy, like just if. And he gets so turned on by that.
Yeah,
he was a good fuck, but not anymore.
Not anymore. Did he? Poor thing. Did he pass? Did he go to another side, a better place in the world? Oh,
he
poor
did.
thing.
You'll read about it in my book.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
So I have his initial tattooed on my wrist.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Because he's the one who brought me back to life.
Nice.
Dope.
Yeah.
I have one more question before we get to the why. Our eternal bait. Would you kiss your fuck buddy?
Kissing to me is everything.
Is kissing more intimate than sex?
Oh, I love it.
It is.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get butt ass naked and fuck somebody, but then if you kiss with clothes on, the kiss with clothes on is way more.
So hot.
That's different to me.
Yeah,
he said no. He said no me gusta. No, he's not for
So
it.
if you're just fuck friends, you don't kiss?
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I kiss everybody.
I kiss.
I kiss.
What the fuck's wrong with this guy?
That's like okay. How about this? If you go down on a girl, would you kiss her?
Yeah.
And if she goes down on you, would you kiss her?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's all good?
Yeah, it's all good.
So why wouldn't you kiss your fuck buddy?
Ask him again. Yes.
No, but when
we have more
when
viewers.
I'm going down on my girl, it's my
You said your girl.
my girl.
Oh, so you don't know where else her mouth has been? Is that what you're saying?
That was his slogan
I
too.
know where her mouth is.
No, that's his slogan. He's like the fuck buddy. He doesn't know where her mouth.
Right,
been.
right.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a buddy.
But you don't know where her vagina has been, and you're down there with your mouth. You can't kiss her mouth.
No.
Oh, you don't even go down
You
on
do
her?
not.
No.
Oh.
We just fuck buddies.
That's not a fuck buddy to me.
We fuck
Sorry.
We just fuck buddies.
No.
So I was like, I'm going there for the disrespectful, dirty, filthy kind of sex. So we're gonna do all of the above and then some. And be like, and kissing is like, wait.
That's where I draw the line.
Whoa, your lips fucking up too close to my lips up here. I want to kiss other lips down there, but not up here.
Yeah.
The fuck?
She's had other dicks in her vagina, and you're down there.
That's cool with her vagina.
You see my dilemma? You see my dilemma?
That's cool with her vagina.
Or is it the not so much the germs? Is it more of the intimacy
It's the
that
intimacy.
you're?
It's 100%.
So you don't want to
It's
bridge
100%.
the gap.
It's 100% intimacy.
So you don't want to bring her to that level of intimate.
No.
I'm like an actor on
We just fucking.
TV. They kiss all the time and nothing is
get
nothing.
paid.
They go home. I got paid with an orgasm. What
They
the
get
fuck?
paid.
I got paid with my
No,
nut.
I love kissing. Love it.
I love
it.
kissing.
Love it.
Kissing is fun.
And it's an art though.
It is.
Because if you approach my mouth and it's like tongue, like, and you're fucking my mouth with your tongue, it's a turn off.
I'm trying to the optics. I'm trying to visualize. Like,
Yeah.
Take it,
Yeah.
take it. And you're like, wait.
It's gross. And then the slobber, like, there's a time and place for a messy, passionate kiss, but like that kiss has to just be like, and bite my lip a little. Oh fuck, it's so hot. Love it.
Learn to kiss.
Oh no, I kiss
Kissing
really well.
is so
You can ask
important.
my wife.
I'm gonna ask her when I leave.
Yeah, that's my wife.
Yeah, kissing is crucial to me.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's get to the questions. Are you ready? Question of the week. Have you found your why?
My why is this constant understanding of myself. And I found that the more I do that, the more I focus on that as my why in this life that I'm here to experience, everything works out for me. Everything always does. I've been screwed. I've been scammed. I've like
Left to
relationships, construction wise, house wise, bills wise. I've been screwed. But everything always works out because I experience that conflict and I bring it back and I stay in my alignment with myself. And that is my why. That is my direction. And that's what keeps me finding more things that are pleasurable and enjoyable.
Right.
That is why I'm here.
Dope. Smooth, what about you?
Yeah, I found my why.
What's your why?
My why is actually to assist and help others. And it's so funny because I never realized that as a why until I want to say maybe the past 4 or 5 years. And I think of, I used to think, well, we all know them. I'm heavily involved in audio and visual and in the entertainment side of things, and I always thought that was my way, right?
You're
And
doing.
I always thought that's what was it. But what I've realized through all of that time of thinking that, during that journey, I've helped so many people and had no problems helping them. To the point where I felt like, we spoke about this maybe a few years back, at the point where I felt like I needed to be more selfish and less less selfless. Right? I felt like
build more into yourself.
I felt like I was,
You're pouring into other people and
right,
not.
and not as much as into
Balance.
myself. And I realized that. I realized that after I tried to pour more into myself
Yeah.
and stop pouring it into others.
Yeah.
I was like, no,
You're not happy. You're not in alignment.
No,
yeah.
I'm not in. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm not in alignment. So I was like, you know what? No, I'm here to actually help. I'm here to actually bring forward. I'm here to just spread knowledge. And I was like, that's why the podcast is such an easy transition for me. You know what I mean? Because I tell people how, I show people how to do stuff musically. I show people how to do stuff like visually, and I get a kick out of that. But when I'm on the podcast and we're talking about stuff like, if you watch the podcast, it's like we don't do the everyday regular podcast routine. Sure, we'll touch upon the pop culture and current events. Yeah, granted, right? But every now and then we make sure we throw in something that's gonna be thought-provoking.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
good.
It's gonna challenge you some way, somehow. And we hope that you get something out of it. You become better out of it. And that is that's become almost like the mission of the pod.
It fuels you.
Yeah.
That's your fuel.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it just took a while for me to really realize that. But no, that's me. That's my purpose. Nice. And whether it's, he'll tell you, just last week we did Battle of the Beatmakers event, right? I've long moved away from production. Like, I do it because I enjoy it. I don't do it to try and make a living out of it. But while I do it to enjoy it, I like to see other people who are doing it to enjoy it too. So whenever I can jump in and say, hey, you know what? You should try this, or you should try that. You should try this. It's because I've built up this extensive knowledge in myself. And it's no good just sitting in my brain. Yeah. I got to share it.
Yeah.
I got to, what I mean?
That's a good realization.
Yeah.
Really good realization.
Yeah, most people like that will always tend to have like an empty ass funeral, because I feel like they keep all the knowledge, the wisdom, the love, and everything to themselves. Yeah. And you're not willing to share it. Like, you've acquired all these experiences, this knowledge and stuff, and you just leave it in the vault.
Greed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For me, I found my why, I think, more recently, but I kind of already knew what it was. And I needed my friends to help me find my why. Because when, like, I've heard of, like, let's say, like, the whole concept from Simon Sinek. Sinek. And then when the concept of stuff came to me, I was like, not calling nobody no fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. Whatever. That's the first thing I said, because I don't want no one to call me 3 o'clock in the morning. But I know I ride for my friends, and I know I ride and die for, like, the ones I love. So recently, I want to say within the course of like a year, I said to myself, like, again, have a 10-minute conversation to yourself. I don't want hierarchies with my love anymore. I don't want to say, like, ride or die for, like, my mother and my son without even thinking. But I'm hesitant that how far I would ride or die and stuff for him or another person and stuff like that too. I'm like, no, I want all of them to be on the same level. If I'm not riding or die for you, it's not for nothing. I don't want you there in my life. You're taking up time and you're occupying the love. When I got to the whole why concept, my hierarchy thing was already gone. So it's easy for me to just say, like, I know this person's going to take my phone call 3 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, whenever I call. Because even if I call them and I miss their call, they'll call back and be like, yo, I missed your call. Is everything okay? Female friends, guy friends, and everything. And I ask them, like, why are we friends? And they're like, don't come to me with your bullshit. Is this one of your podcast shits again and stuff like that? You and your deep thought. I'm like, Yeah, but why are we friends? Then when they start going in, I knew exactly where they were gonna go, but I just wanted to make sure that me doing what I naturally do is still exhumed and like expressed to like different points of view.
Right.
So the collective and stuff is they said that they feel inspired whenever they see me in action. Because they're like, yo, you never feel like you've learned a lot. And I tell you, I'm too stupid to be closed-minded. So I'm always going to be willing to learn more, see another point of view, understand this. And again, when it comes to the knowledge, that's what these microphones are for. We're sharing the knowledge. We're trying to bootleg save the world one episode at a time. This time we're just saving the sex portion where fuckers don't want to kiss they damn fuck buddies.
Hey, don't come with the D unless you have the ICK to back it up.
Whoa! The ink. You're a piece of shit.
Oh my God.
You're a piece of shit, but I love it.
Yeah,
so.
and we're teaching
In
people how
full. In full. No shorthand.
to... No fucking shorthand.
No shorthand.
God damn it.
Full circle, baby. This okay. Serenity.
Pains me. I know, I gotta let it go. Let it go.
There you go.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Don't take it
Don't
personal.
take it personal.
Don't take it
Let's not
personal.
lament over it. Let's keep it
Constant.
pushing.
Every day I gotta
Yeah, that's
refocus.
it.
We're
Refocus.
all works in progress.
All of us.
But please
works
don't do
in
that.
progress.
Please don't do that.
Yo, you're tired of that phrase too?
No. No.
I'm tired of that phrase. I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
I hear it all the time. Like, oh.
I'm a work in progress.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Aren't we all?
I know. I'm on a journey.
I'm on a journey.
Fuck you and your journey. Just do it. Stop
do it.
talking about it and just fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Start the work.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, yeah.
Stop being in progress.
Yeah.
I started.
Yeah, just do
You know,
something.
and the funny thing to one of my favorite Soul Sailor sons, like that we say at the end of the shows and stuff, is turn one day into day one. And a lot of times the people find like that one day moment is easy to just fathom. Like one day I'll go to the gym. Just go.
Yeah. Start.
Just that would be your
Just
day
start.
one. You just gotta start. Oh, okay. Now we're ready for your question. This is the time when this is our
Already.
Ask the Sons
You ready for my question?
questions. We're ready for your
Okay, so it's
questions.
a 3-part question.
Fire away.
So it might be a bit long.
We're here to unpackage.
Okay, so this is actually from, I don't know if you've heard of Teal Swan.
Yeah.
She's like a mindfulness, there's a whole bunch of them. But she had, I caught a clip of her asking these 3 questions. So it's called a 3-question game. You can Google it, it's on YouTube. So this is what I ask people when I'm out on the first date usually.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so first question is, and you got to let's just keep it short. Give me 2 deep answers. Why? Okay.
Okay.
So the first question is, what is your favorite color? I want 2 deep answers. Why?
Okay. Age before beauty.
Purple.
Because
it's like a deep, dark red. Almost like it's tainted. There's something about it. Like it's powerful in a sense, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining it properly. But the color of red, it's so strong and it excites that emotion of love. But I think just that purple is like something more powerful has intercepted it and has just changed that.
nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Purple.
Excellent. Okay. I like the way you answered that.
For me, is red. For the color of red, it always was like a power color to me.
Okay.
Part of the passion thing, like you were saying, but I feel like, when people leave it red, it's like bold, fierce, and all the above. Like, think about it. If you go to a funeral, you see everybody in all black, you see that one person in a red dress. Confidence. So for me, red has always been my favorite color. I want to say, from even seeing Michael Jordan to like the red and blacks to all that, the colors scheme for the podcast, that's all me, man. That's red and black.
Okay.
So red is my color.
Okay. Good. Okay, second question. What's your favorite animal? And 2 deep reasons why.
A lion. because he knows he's the shit without anybody having to tell him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a calm about him.
Mm-hmm.
The way how he moves is just calm and
Mm-hmm.
regal. But if you push that button, the fierceness comes out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you like that.
Yeah. I love that.
I dig that. Okay. Mine's the tiger.
Yeah.
I always been a sucker for white Siberian tigers,
Mm-hmm.
but even a regular tiger, like a regular nice Bengal orange tiger, I remember for me way back when, and I said it to him and stuff before, he laughed and we laughed and stuff too, but I always said like, I feel like a background character, and I don't have a problem being a background character because I know when I'm ready, I can attack, I can function, I can do all of the above, but until then, I just want to go with the flow.
Yeah.
A tiger, you see him and stuff. There's a video we were looking at the other day. You could even spot the damn tiger.
Yeah.
I don't know where it leaped on top of an elephant. And I see another thing where like
When it needs to react, it's there, ready to go.
for whatever,
Yeah.
for food purposes,
Yeah.
for survival purpose, for fighting purpose, for shelter, it'll do what it's due. But until then,
Just chilling.
I'm chilling.
Okay. Cool. Third question is your favorite form or body of water. So form could be rain, ice, whatever. Body could be ocean, river. So your favorite form or body of water.
Rain. Yeah.
Rain. Our
Okay.
my birthday.
Reason
our
why.
birthday.
Yes.
Our birthday. I love a rainy day. My 29th birthday for April 29th and stuff, whatever. My thing was, and it rained that day. It was like champagne in the rain on my champagne birthday. And for me, rain always been kind of common. Like even sitting on the balcony, just I want to say like enjoying a drink or enjoying somebody's company, just staring at the rain. Hell, going places and stuff and just sit there, look at the rain like on the windows. Rain is I fucking fall asleep to damn rain sounds.
Soothing.
Yeah.
Calming.
I feel at peace when it comes to rain. Light rain and everything, even heavy rain, I can still function. I feel good.
Yeah.
So rain's for me.
Yeah.
Rain.
For me. And I think the two things is that I like and it's weird because it's doing the same thing, but at times different. It can either be random or it can be or and I'm talking like the drops itself, or it could be uniform. So and like I said, it depends on the cycle. Like at one point, it'll just be random drops, right? But it happens long enough where the drops start to fall in synchronicity. So it just sounds like just one constant raindrop.
Kind of like a clap.
Right.
Like clapping somewhere.
Like the clapping, right.
So you'll be off sync and then eventually everybody just gets synced.
And then eventually it just goes off sync again. It's just that
I never thought of it like
that randomness.
That.
It's like you sit there and you just makes you think
mesmerized.
of it just makes you think of like just how our thoughts can be organized and random, and you find it in nature also, right? It's like it's just not just limited to us. So anytime like Marvel say, like if it rains, like I can enjoy sitting down and listening to rain and nothing and do absolutely nothing else.
Same. I love
Nothing
it.
else.
Oh, I love a good rain. Love a good storm.
Especially if you're in like, I mean, in most parts of the Caribbeans, a lot of the homes back then were
Tin roof.
Zinc.
zinc panels.
Yeah.
So, you
Yeah.
You hear every drop.
Yes.
every drop just it's just one of those things.
I'm
right?
getting a metal roof gazebo for my backyard, and
Nice.
I can't wait.
Nice.
Can't wait to sit out there and just have
hear
it rain on the
you know,
roof.
so the funny, when you said that too,
Yeah.
at my hospital, there's a loading dock area.
Right.
There's one trailer that they put like the linen on, the dirty linen, the housekeeping.
Yeah.
So that dock is always occupied by this thing. And when it starts to rain, you'll hear the raindrops and stuff land like on the top of the trailer
Yeah.
first. So now if I'm walking past the area and I hear a click, I'm like, oh, it's raining. and I'll just sit there and I'll just be out there like, all right, if I have to shoot off a text message or whatever, I'll just stay there. So somebody's like, what are you here for and stuff, Mar? What are you doing here? I was like, mind your goddamn business,
just
man.
Watching the rain.
Having a moment.
Listen, man. I remember
That's
one
great.
time, I might have been 5 or 6, right? My mom's house. And just right above the stairs to enter into the house, they had a gutter, and the gutter was busted. So it's just like streams of water just dripping out. Man, I went on the porch, and I looked at that motherfucker. I ran back in, got my orange raincoat, came back, and just stood underneath it. Just like,
I love it. It's water. It's just not going to hurt you.
Not gonna
It's
hurt you,
beautiful
man.
to be out there.
Handsome men don't get hurt by water, kind
it's
sir.
beautiful.
Wasn't there like a TikTok trend where frolicking in the rain?
I would frolic.
Did you see that?
got frolicking.
Frolic
We
in the
got
sunshine.
frolicking.
I frolic. Yeah, I frolic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the
We got-
videos
we got-
that we
we got
frolic
it.
and
Yeah.
everything too.
Wasn't in the rain though, so maybe that's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
a
just
sunny
frolicking,
day.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you my 3 answers just to make it fair, right?
Yay.
So my favorite color is blue.
Okay.
Okay.
It's for me, it's like passion to me. Red is the
The typical monotony.
yes.
Yeah.
not monotony, but what people typically associate passion to. But for me, blue is passion because it's the sky, it's the ocean, it's all those colors, and it's just passion.
Right.
Sounds like Niagara Falls.
Open.
I was like,
Yeah. Open, all of that. So, and then my animal, it's maybe not as deep, but anyway, you get the drift for my color. The animal for me would be lion. Again, I like that unexpected ferocity that could come out at any time. I like the patience, the self-control.
right.
I love that. Just like, that's especially that self-discipline that they have. They just wait,
Patient.
and then go.
Yeah.
Love that. My favorite form of water is ocean. I have it tattooed on my collarbone. Waves,
Oh,
ocean
I see
waves.
it.
Nice.
For a number of reasons, the depth, the never-ending flow. It's constantly flowing. It's life-giving. It's healing, soothing, all of that.
It's strong. It's fierce
Strong,
when it's ready.
Fierce, always
Tsunamis.
ready.
Yeah.
You have to be careful. You have to treat it with respect. And
course.
only go in if you can swim.
You can handle it.
Okay,
Why
so
does it
then
sound like a porn?
the answer key to why these questions are asked. So your favorite color
Right.
is representative of the truth that you feel about your own self, your own personality.
Okay.
So let's talk about it. You said purple,
Purple.
and your reasons were
That it's
a little deeper.
then
Something else going on.
right.
Love that. And yours was red,
Because it's bold, fierce,
confident.
confident.
Love that. So, and that's, do you find that genuinely what you feel about yourself?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like I'm a person I don't really need validation because I'm just kind of
Yeah.
a confident person. Anyway, I'm on here with a Pikachu shirt, baby.
Damn right you are.
You're damn right. And I give 0 fucks, and I'm like,
But to be honest, until you said it was Pikachu, I had no idea what was on your fucking shirt.
yeah, it had to be a little stylish to it and a little different.
So that saved you. Because if it was an actual like,
Regular, degular, bright yellow Pika
Thing?
With the
Pika.
big
Yeah.
pink cheeks.
yeah, I
Yeah.
there'd be like zero attraction. So that saved
That
you.
saved you.
Just kidding.
All right, so the silhouette.
So the animal now is what you your truth in what you perceive or what you want in your ideal mate. You said lion, and you said a lot of great characteristics of the lion being calm but fierce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find your wife? Is she like a lion?
Yes.
Lioness? You pushed a lot of her buttons, I'm guessing. Yeah. And you
Tiger.
said Tiger.
I was thinking about when you were giving his thing.
Could you
so-
see your...
I can see that because the thing and stuff is that I like I'm attracted to a woman that I want to say you can bring it to the ghetto and you can bring it to the prime minister.
Yeah.
So it's someone where they can blend in everywhere, like I was saying about the tiger.
Yeah.
Right.
The tiger can blend in everywhere. And when it's ready to strike. Yeah. That's how, like when you were saying it, I was like, oh yeah. I see that. And then at times when she needs to come alive for me to like attack, protect, hunt, fuck, all that. Yes, I need a tigress.
Yes,
Right.
you need a tigress.
I need a tigress.
Yes.
Dear tigress, if you're listening, dear tigress.
Okay, and then body of water is the truth that you believe to be about your own sexuality, sex in general, because sex ultimately is life, right? So life in general. So your own sexuality. You guys both picked rain, which at first I was a little, it's kind of because I knew the answer key. So I'm like, rain, like kind of intermittent. I went intermittent rain.
You're like, oh, the tiger. Tiger, that's great. Right?
Yeah.
You basic fuck.
But the way you both described the rain, phenomenal. Yours was that
Uneven until it gets
and then all of a sudden you're in sync and things are and the
so you start off fucking like this, so it's like, hey,
I'm on the dance floor with the rhythm.
yeah. At first you're like, don't worry, I got this.
Change it up.
Yeah.
And you just got it.
Yeah.
There you go.
and then yours was like, I think for you, sex is fulfilling. Like
is.
you find it like sustenance.
It is.
Like you find rainy days to be calming, soothing, sustenance.
Needed.
Yeah.
It's needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, eh?
Yeah.
So when you
needed,
ask
Spirit.
people these questions, you also not only the answers that they're giving you, but how they answer. So if I asked this to some of the guys, some of them were like, ugh, like lame, boring, stupid girl game. Like if you're gonna give me that and not like you guys were so into it and like thought about your answers, but if you can't answer those and have fun with the game,
Yeah.
you're not for me.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Like you can't even go there and have some intellectual
let your
fun.
mind,
Yeah.
Because being an intellectual doesn't mean that you're just you read nothing but
Everything.
you know, like you're only a book nerd and you can't articulate, you can't have fun with mind. Like
So we were just saying
There's
this
so
the
much
other
fun
day
to
because we
have.
were saying like even like so our closing phrase and stuff for our show is a quote from Albert Einstein. It's
Yeah.
just a spin on words, right?
Yeah.
Genius has its limits and stupidity does not.
yeah,
And you could be a brilliant fucking
Yeah.
idiot any given time.
yeah,
But a lot of times people and stuff they look at it where they're like, no. If you're smart, you're only book smart.
You have
There's
to be
so many of the levels of learning.
defined, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I love that game.
Yeah, it was a good.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that. It was
I might have to get the answer key, start using that out here in
Yeah.
these dates. No.
Yeah, it's helpful. It's helpful. It helps you weed out the shit.
I'm trying to find my tigress. Leave me
trying to
alone.
find
I got a little
Yes.
judgment on that side of the couch.
See,
I
now you have a
understand.
little bit more clarity, a little bit more purpose.
I
Yes.
understand, Marv. I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you. You have your lioness.
Yes, I do.
Why I
Yeah.
can't find my tigress?
Yeah. I need a lion too. So if you're listening out there,
Hey, there you go. Any friend of a friend, you're welcome.
I need a big
Tell a
bad
friend to tell a
lion.
friend. It's them again.
Yes, please spread the word.
Well said. Okay.
Sex in the Six blog
Yes.
on Twitter and Instagram.
Hey,
There you go.
My DMs might be open. Depends.
my girl.
I don't respond to private accounts. It's like getting into a van with no windows. So I need to see you.
I say the same
Yeah.
thing. I got some lady came in my DM and stuff, and she sent me like, "Oh,
That's
you're so
creepy.
handsome," and blah blah blah. I'm like, "Who sent you?
Yeah.
Who sent you? Because your whole profile was
Yeah,
private,
yeah.
right? And your page looks basic as
Yeah.
shit. You only have like 13 posts. Who sent you?
Yeah. I don't trust those people.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, fun game.
Fun game.
Okay, let's get to like 2 more to ask the sons, and then we're out here.
Okay.
The second one comes from Hot mess mom. What have you learned from each other? What have you learned from
For
me?
you guys.
Not to sit on the fence.
Ooh.
I love you for that. You know, you're not a fence sitter no more. I'm glad. I'm happy to.
No, I learned that from you.
Bless your heart. I told him and stuff. I'm like, not everybody's gonna like what you have to say, and I think the people pleasing thing to me, it always seems like if you're fence sitting,
But that's a service thing. Because you like you like serving, you like helping.
Yeah.
So it's that back of your head. Oh, they're not gonna like it. You second guess yourself, right?
I think the lesson I learned the most from you is like you fucking calm. Maybe the bull in me, the Taurus. I know I'm fucking kind of aggressive. And you're just extra calm. I'm like, how the fuck are you? Are you a sage? Like are you live on a mountain? Like you live in Brampton. It's kind of far, but I'm like,
but not mountainous.
No, but it's like, and it's so dope though. It's so dope because it's kind of like a lot of shit be thrown at you, and then you're like, well, we try this, I do this. This is just my best, and then just that's it. I'm looking like, fam. So over the course of years, I've learned to master that ability.
Nice.
I'm still getting better. I'm a work in progress, but
I'm on the journey.
But I like it's smoother to see somebody else close by doing it.
Yeah.
To see that it's attainable for myself.
Yeah.
So a lot of times and stuff, I'm like, I probably was more reactive way, or definitely in my 20s. For a fact, I think like when I start coming into like probably like early to mid 30s, and I kind of just start being more aware of people around me. I'm like, I like how he's moving. How did you get like that? And I've asked you several times and stuff, whatever, right? To try to be like,
I think
how the fuck?
I think with me though, I think it was just learning the ability, just like we were saying, to just let go. Just like
Yeah, shit don't stick to you.
Yeah.
You Teflon. You are Teflon.
Yeah,
My saying is, I can only control my reaction to everything.
Yeah.
So whatever is happening around me, I can't control. And I'm an event producer. I like control.
Right.
Like I like to know that things are happening when they're happening. I love that. But that's all I can't physically control what you're going to do or someone's going to treat me. I can't control it. I can control my reaction, and I have a choice on how I'm going to react.
Right.
And helps with the calmness, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm about to say well said, because I think that's what it is. Because I look at where, like when my marriage and stuff was ending, I have a friend told me, he's like, think about things 3 ways: what you could do, what you should do, and what's the best thing to do. And he said a lot of times once you're going through those thoughts, you've already now formulated and stuff how you're going to react to these possibilities and stuff if it's to work in somewhere in these lines. He's like, don't try to go more past than 3, because now you get to the overthinking stage.
Yeah.
Right.
So he said, just try to keep it simple, stupid.
Yes.
And once it gets to like that, now certain reactions and stuff are different. Like I was explaining to him, like, if I'm going to be speaking to somebody, I don't think I'm ready to speak to them, because I won't speak to them in a polite manner.
Right.
I like to wait till like, I mean no malice across the board, but it's just that certain things I might say and body language and tone might rub somebody disrespectful.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure and stuff every time I say something towards a person, and especially in a interlude or a personal kind of situation, they get that I'm just saying it, speaking from the heart. No malice, no problems. This is just the cleanest way I can say it to you.
Yeah.
And like, if they know me, like, how asshole I can get. So this PG-13 version right here should be good enough.
Good enough.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness. Good shit.
That's great.
Okay. Last question from Ozone 2. Different name. What's the dumbest lie you've heard?
The dumbest line that I've heard?
Line?
Oh,
lie.
Dumbest lie that I heard.
I done told some far-fetched lies my damn self.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the dumbest.
I told a woman one time and stuff when I was in high school that I was in the Army, and I made another friend and stuff send a letter like directly to her house. So here's the thing. Hear me out. Hear
Were
me
you
out.
wearing Pikachu then
No,
too?
no. I was just a different kind of dirtbag then. It was a situation where I was like, yeah, I wanted to cut this chick off. I told her I was in the army, and then I wasn't really in no damn army.
God.
So I had my friend legit like go to her house and stuff, whatever. Like we went in with this lie. Like he legit had like a flag and everything like that. And he's like, well, he's off duty and stuff, but he brought the flag and stuff. She like, but we weren't married. And he's like, I know, but he said that you meant the world to him, and on his notes and his thing, he always kept talking about you. So if you're listening, I'm alive. I'm sorry.
You're alive.
You don't know how hard it is to be a straight man looking for a vagina. I don't think you guys know how hard it is.
That's worse than ghosting.
That is.
Hey, Smooth, what's your line?
I'm trying to think.
You're
of
a
it.
piece
I
of
don't know-
shit.
I don't know if I have any.
Was.
I don't know if I have anything that can match that total level of dishonesty.
I know
that
that.
total
Pikachu.
level of dishonesty.
Pikachu.
I know, Pika. I fucked it up.
Pikachu.
I was young.
I'm trying to think of a
Real
dumb
young.
line, man.
2 years ago.
No. No, so that, now I'm at a violent time. I don't think I was having a violent time. I'm just at a time and stuff where like,
I don't have time for this.
yeah. It's like,
I had one guy leave, and it was like bad vibes, and he was leaving, and he's like, okay, so we'll talk. I'm like, no, we won't.
yeah.
Like, don't, no. Like, we just won't.
I get
And that's cool.
Yeah.
a lot of
Bye.
a lot of times with like women, they were like, hopefully we could be friends. And I was like,
No.
my goal is not to burn bridges. Like I said, no malice and all that type of stuff. But I'm like, no, I got other female friends. I don't
I don't need any more friends.
Yeah, I don't need.
I'm not
yeah.
dating to find friends.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
don't want any more friends.
Thank you.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't want a fuck friend either. I want a friend. I don't want friends. I want a fuck. I want good fuck.
well said. Well said. What about the lies? What lies have you heard? What lies have
Lies?
dumbest
Lies?
lies men have told you in the past? Not about going to the army.
Yeah. It's awful.
I know.
That you died?
Yeah, I died.
Jesus.
I write in short form, but I can last more than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah, that's a big lie.
And the lie detector says,
HRU. HRU. Believe me, babe, I can fuck forever though. I can fuck forever.
WYD.
Yeah.
The overuse of the word of the letter U is making me gag, and not in a good way.
Especially for a writer.
It's awful.
Right.
And I clearly, like on my profile, like when I'm online dating previously, I would say I'm a writer.
Punctuation
so
means
use
everything.
your words. Use your words. Nah, it's still,
Lost.
yeah, lost art.
We are here.
we are here.
We are here at the end.
Wow, that was fun.
That was fun. Of course it was. Now we're going to wrap it up with the So Say the Sons this week. So Say the Sons is nice and short for this week. So Say the Sons, ready for this?
Ready?
Remember, goats start out as black sheep. So say the sons. For me, I always look at it stuff as a lot of times when you're doing things and you're making these moves, a lot of times people stare at you and they're like, yeah, that's weird, that's different, or they're not for you. No support will come from behind it. But then I guess once you pick up that speed, that momentum, you get going, they were like, you were once the weirdo. Look at you. You're on top of the world now. Now you're the greatest of all time.
Right.
You become a goat when they were looking at you as the weird one, the weird kid, the weird person. And here you are.
Non-believers.
Goats start off as black sheep.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So says the sons.
So say the sons. Yes, we are here at the end. Like,
Yes.
comment, subscribe to Wall B. Tell them exactly how to find
Plug
you.
yourself once more.
Okay, on Instagram, Twitter, same handle. Sex in the THE, the number 6,
Okay.
IX blog. That's it. For the Instagram and Twitter. My website is called themindofb.com.
Okay.
Nice. Perfect.
Love it.
And if you were tuned in and you got those 3 questions, use some of that and then go to her IG page and then, find the words that you want. And this is what you're going to take on your dates. Okay.
Yes.
This is We're equipping you for the conversation.
Yes, it's
This
a
is what we're
tool.
doing.
I'm
This is
giving
what
you
we're doing.
tools.
There you go.
Tools.
I like it. I love it. I love it. Appreciate you.
Thank you for
coming
having me.
No, we
Anytime.
appreciate
Really
you coming
fun.
through.
Anytime.
So we'll start a series.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
course.
Man, we can start
Make sure
The
you keep
Sons
coming
with the
back.
Mind of B.
Hey,
series.
I like that.
Yeah, it
I
could be a
like that. I'm
series.
not mad at that.
the Suns might be dirty.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't get too dirty.
No, we got-
We were deep.
We were deep.
Yeah. But that
I like
that's
it
why we
deep.
had the series. Because
Hey,
as we go on, as we go along.
Atta girl. What woman likes it shallow? Maybe on the lighter days.
Go deep or go home.
Hey.
Go.
All right, I'll let you guys wrap